In 2019, the city of Gautier saw major improvements in an ongoing sewage problem, as well as water quality improvements, and even a new walking trail and fitness area. And just a few weeks ago, we saw the State of the County address. Gautier Mayor Torjusen is joining us live in studio now to give us the latest news for the city in 2020. Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Always good to have you here. So let's start, I guess, with the State of the County and what's ahead for Gautier.
Right. The State of the County was done a week or two ago, and I'll tell you, Jackson County has had probably one of the better years it's ever had. I mean,
Great.
They're really touting it. There was over $200 million in stakeholder investment from Chevron, Ingalls, VT, Halter, Marine, some of our bigger stakeholders, and increased another 2,000 jobs or so. So
wow,
things are
great.
going really well there in the county, and all the cities are very much involved in activity going on with all that.
Yeah, it's great. And the city of Gautier, I know last year you guys, you saw some water improvements, tons of infrastructure going on in the city, and I know there's still improvements ahead.
That's very true. Well, as far as infrastructure with water and sewer, we had what I consider two third-world clouds hanging over Gautier. One of them was the Bemis Avenue sewer project. Sometimes just in normal rainstorms you'd have raw sewage coming out into the ditches and or backing up in homes. So we got $2.3 million funding for that from MDEQ, and that project has come to completion. It's done, and that's a permanent fix. That third world cloud's gone. The other one is our clarity and health of our water. Okay, our water is fine and everything, but sometimes it's not clear, doesn't have good clarity. So we putting in a new nano infiltration system on that, plus adding another well for another 3 million gallons a day, and that should be completed probably within the next year.
So I know that's something that will really excite the residents when that's through.
It will. Those two third world clouds will be gone on that, and that'll be really good. And then now we got some quality of life projects, two waterfront ones that are coming into play here. One of them is by George Martin City Park, our primary park. It's a nature and fitness trail that goes along the Mary Walker Bayou. It's a 1/2 mile trail, 6 feet wide, about 6 workout stations on it.
Great.
And the other one is over at Shepherd State Park, which is a state park, but we operate it. And we're putting 1,000 foot of boardwalk that'll go out all through the marshes and everything for that, so it'll be really neat.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And now let's talk a little bit about the Singing River Mall property. I know a big topic, the sale of that was pushed back last year until 2020. So kind of tell us where we are right now with that.
Okay, first of all, we've got the stage set really well for the Singing River Mall property to be redeveloped into a mixed-use thing. Okay. And what we did is, our neighboring states are doing real well in retail, so we invited some of the more successful people from the other states to come to our office, sit down with us, and explain their business model. Why are y'all doing good and we're not? And what we found is that they're able to, if a city owns the property, they can assign it out to a developer for 75 years lease at no cost. So we had legislation drawn up here last year, and we had it passed in our Mississippi State Legislature, and it's specific just to that 55 acres in Gautier. So that's a game changer for us, okay? And now we have to just get the ownership of it. So we have a Restore Act project request in for the purchase price of the mall. That's no cost to any taxpayer, okay? And we think our chances of that are very well, because the project we want to do, the legislature mandated how they wanted the BP money spent. We've checked every box on that. This mixed-use thing with student housing, restaurants, grocery stores. It all fits perfect to what they want to do. Not only that, but the Gulf Coast Business Council did two studies on this. One of them was with Tip Strategies out of Austin, Texas. Our project married up to it perfect. Okay,
right.
And the other one was done by their master leadership group that went to Nashville. They came back, and what their recommendations were for the money was exactly what we want to do.
Great. So we will definitely follow up with you and figure out, keep following up with the small property. I know everyone's looking forward to seeing it through. So thank you, Mr. Mayor, so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Can't wait to have you back.
All right.